Japan, a land where cherry blossoms dance upon ancient winds and modernity hums beside silent shrines, is a realm of endless enchantment. Here, the delicate artistry of nature intertwines with millennia of human endeavor, creating a tapestry of unparalleled beauty and profound cultural depth. One can spend a lifetime exploring its vibrant cities and serene landscapes, yet still only scratch the surface of its myriad wonders. It is a place that continually reveals itself, offering new perspectives and hidden narratives to those who seek them with an open heart and a curious mind. While the golden pavilions of Kyoto and the imperial grandeur of Tokyo's palaces bask in well-deserved fame, drawing admirers from across the globe, there exists another Japan, one veiled in secrecy, where forgotten palaces and hidden estates slumber in the embrace of time. These are not the destinations typically found on the well-trodden tourist trails. Rather, they are sanctuaries of quietude, preserved almost as if by a collective whisper, their locations often known only to a discerning few. To uncover them is to embark on a journey beyond the expected, into a realm where history breathes softly in the rustling leaves and meticulously raked gravel. These are the untold treasures, the whispers of history that few speak of, yet hold within their walls stories of emperors, warlords, and artists who shaped the soul of this nation. They represent a different facet of Japan's heritage, one where subtlety and seclusion were paramount, where the grand pronouncements of power gave way to the quiet pursuit of beauty and spiritual harmony. Join me as we peel back the layers of time and venture into these secluded worlds to witness the enduring elegance and captivating mystery of Japan's hidden palaces. Our journey begins in the northeastern hills of Kyoto, a region where the city's urban energy gently yields to the embrace of nature. Tucked away here, far from the bustling crowds that gather at more famous landmarks, lies the Shugaku-in Imperial Villa. It is a place that doesn't announce itself with fanfare, but rather reveals its splendors gradually, rewarding the patient seeker. This sprawling estate remains astonishingly overlooked, a testament perhaps to its original purpose as a secluded haven, a world apart from the demands of imperial life and the gaze of the public eye. Built in the 17th century, this magnificent retreat was the vision of Emperor Go-Mizunoo, a ruler who sought solace and a deeper connection with the natural world, away from the intricate, often stifling formalities of the imperial court. One can imagine the emperor, weary of state affairs, finding respite here, walking these very paths, his thoughts perhaps as tranquil as the still waters of the villa's ponds. The entire design speaks of a desire for peace, for a space where the spirit could roam as freely as the winds that sweep down from the surrounding mountains, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. The villa itself is not a single structure, but a symphony of meticulously planned gardens, charming tea houses and serene ponds, all artfully arranged across three distinct levels, the lower, middle and upper villas. Each section offers a unique experience, a different perspective on the harmonious blend of human artistry and natural landscape. The pathways meander, inviting leisurely exploration, revealing new vistas at every turn. A carefully placed stone lantern here, a rustic bridge there, each element contributing to an overarching sense of balance and profound aesthetic consideration, a hallmark of Japanese garden design. Perhaps the most breathtaking aspect of Shugaku-in is its masterful use of shaki, or borrowed scenery. The distant mountains are not merely a backdrop, but an integral part of the garden's composition, framed by trees and structures as if they were living paintings, constantly changing with the light and seasons. The largest of the ponds, Yokoryuchi in the upper villa, reflects the sky and the surrounding slopes, creating a scene of almost ethereal beauty, particularly when autumn paints the maples in fiery hues or spring adorns the slopes with fresh, vibrant greens. To wander through Shugaku-in today is to step into a meticulously preserved imperial dream. The air of quiet dignity, the rustling bamboo, the call of a distant bird all contribute to an atmosphere of timeless elegance. It's a powerful reminder of a different era, where communion with nature was not just a leisure activity, but a profound spiritual and aesthetic pursuit, essential to the well-being of even the most powerful individuals in the land. This hidden jewel offers a rare glimpse into the private world of an emperor seeking harmony. Our exploration continues, leading us to another of Kyoto's exquisite, yet often bypassed, treasures, the Katsura Imperial Villa. While the city's golden temples and vibrant geisha districts capture the popular imagination, Katsura remains a testament to a more subtle, deeply ingrained Japanese aesthetic. It is, by many accounts, Japan's most exquisite hidden gem, a masterclass in landscape design and architectural purity, conceived in the 17th century as a pleasure retreat for princes of the Hachijo no Miya family, a branch of the imperial line. The essence of Katsura lies in its profound embodiment of Wabi-Sabi, the beauty found in imperfection, impermanence and simplicity. This philosophy permeates every aspect of the villa, from the apparently artless arrangement of stepping stones across a mossy garden to the understated elegance of its wooden structures. There is no ostentation here, no striving for grandiose display. Instead, one finds a deep reverence for natural materials, for the patina of age, and for the subtle interplay of light and shadow that defines its spaces. Every element within Katsura's extensive grounds has been placed with almost spiritual intentionality. The pathways are not mere conduits from one point to another. They are carefully choreographed experiences, designed to slow the pace, to encourage observation, and to reveal views in a specific, often surprising sequence. Asymmetrical bridges arch gracefully over tranquil ponds, their reflections shimmering on the water's surface. Windows within the various tea houses and palace buildings are not just openings for light, but carefully composed frames, each offering a meticulously curated glimpse of the garden beyond, like a series of living masterpieces. The design was intended to evoke a profound harmony with nature, a seamless blending of the man-made with the organic world. The gardens are not wild, untamed nature, but rather an idealized representation, a carefully sculpted landscape that nonetheless feels utterly natural and serene. The famous moon-viewing platform of the old Shogun, extending over the pond, is a prime example of this integration, designed for contemplation of the night sky and its reflection, a practice deeply embedded in Japanese culture and artistic tradition. Visiting Katsura requires a conscious shift in perception. One must look beyond the surface to appreciate the depth of its design, the centuries of thought and refinement that have shaped its tranquil beauty. It is a place that speaks not in shouts, but in whispers, inviting a quiet contemplation that can lead to a deeper understanding of Japan's aesthetic soul. The villa stands as a timeless monument to the art of finding beauty in the ephemeral and harmony in the unassuming, a truly remarkable achievement. Adjacent to the formidable Nijo Castle, a symbol of shogunal power in Kyoto, lies a place of contrasting character and poignant beauty, Sento Gosho. This was once the secondary palace, the designated residence for retired emperors, a tradition that allowed former rulers to step away from the direct burdens of governance while maintaining a significant, albeit more subtle, influence and a life of refined leisure. Today, what remains of Sento Gosho offers a profoundly evocative experience. The original grandeur of Sento Gosho has been touched by the relentless passage of time and the destructive forces of history. Ravaged by fires that swept through Kyoto on multiple occasions, much of the palace complex has been lost, yet what endures is not a ruin in the conventional sense, but rather a landscape imbued with a haunting beauty, a quiet melancholy that speaks volumes about impermanence and resilience. The absence of grand halls is filled by the presence of nature, reclaiming and reshaping the imperial grounds. Its skeletal gardens, though perhaps not as pristine or complete as they once were, still possess a remarkable elegance. The layout, the careful placement of stones and water features hints at the sophisticated aesthetic that once defined this imperial sanctuary. Silent ponds, their surfaces reflecting the vast Kyoto sky, mirror centuries of contemplation. One can almost imagine retired emperors strolling these paths, perhaps composing poetry or engaging in scholarly pursuits, their lives a blend of past glories and present tranquility. Walking through Sento Gosho today is to engage in a rare dialogue with Japan's imperial past, specifically the unique phase of an emperor's life after abdication. It's a glimpse into a world of melancholy elegance, where the weight of a former reign might have given way to a more personal, introspective existence. The very emptiness of certain spaces invites the imagination to fill them, to reconstruct the lives and routines of those who once called this place home, surrounded by beauty even as their direct power waned. The surviving Omiya Gosho, built for Empress Dowager Nyuin, and the meticulously maintained gardens that connect to the Sento Imperial Palace site, offer a tangible link to this era. The expansive North Pond and the smaller South Pond, connected by a charming canal, remain central features, their banks adorned with carefully selected trees and shrubs that mark the changing seasons. Sento Gosho stands as a quiet reminder that even in retreat, the imperial presence shaped landscapes of profound and lasting beauty. Chapter 4. We now journey north to the city of Kanazawa, a place that largely escaped the ravages of war and thus retains a remarkable degree of its historical character. While Kanazawa's Kenroku-in Garden, one of Japan's 3 most beautiful landscape gardens, rightfully dazzles countless visitors with its meticulously crafted ponds, bridges, and tea houses, a different, more intimate story of the city's past lies hidden in the nearby Nagamachi district. Few who marvel at Kenroku-in venture into these quieter streets, where the samurai palaces slumber. This district was once the residential heartland for the retainers of the mighty Maeda clan, feudal lords who ruled the Kaga domain, one of the wealthiest and most powerful in Edo period Japan. These were not just fierce warriors, they were men of culture, individuals who lived lives that sought to blend martial might with artistic grace, a duality central to the samurai ideal. The residences themselves, often concealed behind earthen walls and unassuming gateways, reveal interiors of refined elegance. Unlike the grand castles built for ostentatious display, these homes were designed for a more personal daily existence, yet they lack nothing in sophistication. Sliding Fusuma panels, often adorned with delicate paintings, would open to reveal tranquil inner gardens, meticulously designed microcosms of nature intended for private contemplation and enjoyment. The craftsmanship in the woodwork, the careful consideration of space and light, all speak of a highly developed aesthetic sensibility. These samurai were not merely soldiers, they were often patrons of the arts, skilled in calligraphy, poetry, or the tea ceremony. Their homes reflected this cultivated lifestyle. Within these walls, strategies may have been discussed, but so too were verses composed and tea whisked with focused precision. The very layout of the Nagamachi district, with its narrow lanes and water canals, evokes a sense of stepping back directly into the feudal era, a time when the clatter of armor might have been a familiar sound. Exploring the preserved Nomura-kei, a prominent samurai residence now open to the public, offers a vivid insight into this world. Its exquisite garden, intricate wooden carvings, and collection of heirlooms paint a picture of a life that was both disciplined and deeply appreciative of beauty. The samurai palaces of Kanazawa stand as a quiet testament to the sophisticated culture that flourished under the Maeda lords, a hidden layer of history beneath the city's more celebrated attractions, revealing the refined soul of the warrior class. Chapter 5. Our quest for hidden Japan takes us deep into the mountains of Fukushima Prefecture, to a place that seems almost untouched by the relentless march of modernity, Uchijuku. This remarkable village, a former post town, lies nestled in a quiet valley, its main street lined with traditional thatched roof buildings, presenting an image that appears frozen in the Edo period. It's a scene of rustic charm and profound historical resonance. Uchijuku served as a crucial link on the Aizu-Nishikaido, a trade route connecting Aizu province with Nikko and Edo, the shogunal capital. Travelers, merchants, and feudal lords with their entourages would have passed through here, finding lodging, sustenance, and a brief respite from their arduous journeys. The rhythm of life in such a town would have been dictated by the flow of people and goods, a constant stream of news and commerce from distant parts of the land. But Uchijuku held a deeper, more clandestine significance, a secret that few contemporary visitors might suspect. Beyond its role as a public way station, it is believed to have served as a secret stopping point for feudal lords or daimyo who needed to travel incognito. In an era of complex political allegiances and potential rivalries, the ability to move discreetly away from prying eyes could be of paramount importance for strategic meetings or sensitive missions. The preserved thatched roof inns or minshuku that line the unpaved main street still seem to guard these tales of clandestine meetings and vanished travelers. One can easily imagine a lord disguised as a merchant or a monk, arriving under the cover of darkness, his true identity known only to a trusted few within the village. The very fabric of these ancient buildings, the dark wooden beams and paper shoji screens, seems to whisper echoes of these past intrigues and hushed conversations. Today, Uchijuku offers a rare and immersive glimpse into the daily life and hidden currents of feudal Japan. The absence of power lines along the main thoroughfare, the preservation of traditional crafts, and the enduring presence of these historic structures transport the visitor to another time. It stands not just as a picturesque relic, but as a silent witness to a complex past, where the open road also held pathways for secrecy and the quiet unfolding of history's less visible dramas. Chapter 6. We now find ourselves in the bustling port city of Yokohama, a place synonymous with Japan's rapid modernization and opening to the West in the Meiji era. Yet, tucked away from the city's vibrant contemporary pulse, lies a sprawling oasis of tranquility and historical depth, Sankeian Garden. This remarkable landscape is not an ancient imperial retreat, but the creation of a visionary individual from a more recent past. Sankeian was brought into existence in 1906 by Hara Sankei, an immensely wealthy and successful silk merchant. He was a man of considerable taste and a deep passion for Japanese art and architecture, and he spared no expense in creating his dream retreat. Over 43 acres, he meticulously sculpted a garden that seamlessly blends natural beauty with architectural treasures, creating a personal paradise that he would later generously open to the public, a testament to his philanthropic spirit. What makes Sankeian particularly extraordinary, and a hidden gem in its own right, is Hara Sankei's dedication to preserving Japan's architectural heritage. He used his considerable fortune to acquire and relocate historic structures from across the country, saving them from neglect or demolition. Within the garden's serene embrace, one can discover ancient tea houses, elegant villas, a striking three-story pagoda relocated from Kyoto, and even former temple buildings, each with its own rich history. These structures are not merely displayed as museum pieces, they are artfully integrated into the garden's design, nestled among serene ponds, winding pathways, and groves of ancient pines. The effect is one of a timeless village where centuries of Japanese craftsmanship coexist in perfect harmony. The Rinshunkaku, for instance, A beautiful villa, originally from Wakayama Prefecture, seems to float gracefully beside the main pond, its verandas offering exquisite views of the water and surrounding foliage. To wander through Sankien is to take a journey through Japan's architectural and cultural history, all within the confines of one magnificent garden. It is a testament to one man's passion and foresight, a place where the past is not just remembered but actively lived in and appreciated. In a city known for its modernity, Sankien Garden stands as a profound and beautiful reminder of the enduring value of heritage, a carefully curated collection of Japan's soul hidden in plain sight. Our journey takes us back to Kyoto, but this time to the enchanting Arashiyama district, famed for its towering bamboo groves and the scenic Hozugawa River. While many visitors flock to the iconic Togetsukyo Bridge and Tenryuji Temple, a more secluded treasure lies hidden from the usual pathways, Villa Shuho, known in Japanese as Shuhote, meaning pavilion for gathering fragrance. This exquisite 19th century villa offers a glimpse into a world of refined aestheticism, once the private retreat of a distinguished tea ceremony master. Its location alone speaks of a desire for seclusion and harmony with nature. Hidden behind dense, whispering bamboo groves that filter the light into an ethereal green glow, the villa feels a world away from any worldly clamor, a sanctuary designed for quiet contemplation and the pursuit of beauty in its most subtle forms. The architecture of Villa Shuho is a testament to the principles of the tea ceremony itself: simplicity, harmony, and a deep respect for natural materials. The wooden verandas, polished smooth by time and care, seem to hover delicately over a tranquil, koi-filled stream. This stream is not merely a decorative feature, it is an integral part of the villa's sensory experience, its gentle murmur providing a constant soothing soundtrack to the rustling bamboo and birdsong. One can vividly imagine the tea master hosting intimate gatherings here, perhaps on a clear night, with the moon casting its silvery light upon the water and the garden. The villa was, in essence, designed for such moments, for moonlit tea gatherings where every element, from the arrangement of flowers to the choice of utensils, would contribute to an atmosphere of serene, shared appreciation. The name pavilion for gathering fragrance itself evokes the sensory richness of such experiences, the scent of tea, incense, damp earth and blossoms. Villa Shuho is more than just a beautiful building in a picturesque setting. It is a physical embodiment of a way of life, a dedication to the way of tea that permeates Japanese culture. It represents a pursuit of perfection in simplicity, an understanding that true elegance often lies in understatement and a profound connection with the present moment. To discover Villa Shuho is to find a pocket of profound peace, a reminder of the deep spiritual and artistic currents that flow beneath the surface of Japanese life. Chapter 8, Hikone Castle's Genkyuin Garden, a Lord's Lakeside Muse. We travel now to Shiga Prefecture, to the shores of Lake Biwa, Japan's largest freshwater lake. Here stands Hikone Castle, a magnificent original castle, one of only a handful that have survived the centuries intact, its white walls and elegant donjon a proud testament to feudal power. While the castle itself rightly commands attention, many visitors overlook an adjacent jewel Genkyuin Garden. This exquisite landscape garden was constructed in 1677, commissioned by Naoki II, the fourth lord of the powerful Tsuku clan, who were instrumental figures in Japanese history. Unlike the fortress it adjoins, designed for defense and display of might, Genkyuin was conceived as a private world of pleasure and refined contemplation, a place for the ruling lord to escape the pressures of governance and indulge in artistic and scholarly pursuits. Genkyuin's design is said to be modeled after the 8 views of Shaoxiang, scenic spots around Lake Dongting in China, and particularly reminiscent of China's famed West Lake. This reflects the deep cultural exchange and admiration for Chinese aesthetics that often influence Japanese garden design. The garden features a large central pond with several small islands connected by picturesque bridges and a circular walking path that allows for ever-changing perspectives of its carefully crafted scenery. This was a place where the lords of Hakone would compose poetry, their verses perhaps inspired by the gentle lapping of water against the shore, the reflection of the moon on the pond surface, or the graceful dance of cranes that were once kept here. The strategically placed tea houses, such as the Shugaku-in Palace, which unfortunately no longer stands in its original glory but its site is known, would have served as venues for elegant gatherings, tea ceremonies, and quiet observation of the garden's seasonal transformations. Today, Genkyuan retains its serene atmosphere, offering a striking contrast to the martial presence of Hakone Castle. It invites visitors to slow down, to appreciate the subtle artistry of its layout, the way rocks are placed, trees are pruned, and water is used to create a sense of expansive beauty within a contained space. It is a poignant reminder that even the most powerful warrior lords sought solace and inspiration in the carefully cultivated harmony of nature, a hidden realm of beauty beside a bastion of strength. Chapter 9. Ozu's Garyu-sanso, the Reclining Dragon Villa. Our journey now takes us to the island of Shikoku, to the rural landscapes of Ehime Prefecture and the charming castle town of Ozu. Here, perched dramatically on a sheer cliff overlooking the meandering Hijikawa River, lies a truly extraordinary architectural marvel known as Garyu-sanso, the Reclining Dragon Villa. Its name alone hints at the mythic and poetic sensibilities that inspired its creation. This remarkable villa was built relatively recently, in 1907, but its spirit feels far older. It was the ambitious project of Torajiro Kuchi, a wealthy merchant who, legend has it, was a disgraced samurai who had to find a new path in life. He poured his fortune and a decade of his life into creating this masterpiece, meticulously overseeing every detail of its design and construction, driven by a singular vision of beauty and harmony with its dramatic natural setting. The name Garyu-sanso is inspired by the local topography. The promontory on which the villa sits, Ogurayama, is said to resemble a dragon lying down, about to drink from the river below. This connection to myth and the spirit of the land is palpable throughout the villa. It clings to the rocks with an almost organic tenacity, its various structures interconnected by winding paths and offering breathtaking, sometimes vertiginous views of the Hijikawa River and the surrounding forested hills. The villa complex consists of three main buildings: Garyu-in, the main living quarters; Furoan, a tea house built over the cliff edge designed for moon viewing; and Chishian, another rustic tea house. Each structure is a jewel of craftsmanship, utilizing natural materials and showcasing intricate woodwork and design elements that change with each room, reflecting different moods and functions. The Furoan, in particular, with its balcony jutting out over the river, is an engineering and aesthetic marvel, a place designed for sublime contemplation. To visit Garyu-sanso is to encounter a powerful expression of personal passion and artistic vision. It is a place where architecture does not impose upon the landscape, but rather enters into a dynamic dialogue with it. The sound of the river below, the sigh of the wind through the pines, the play of light on aged wood, all contribute to an experience that is both exhilarating and deeply serene. This reclining dragon slumbering on its cliff is a hidden testament to the enduring human desire to create beauty in even the most challenging of locations. Chapter 10. Tokugawa Villa, a shogun's quiet garden in Nagoya. Our final destination takes us to Nagoya, a vibrant modern metropolis, a hub of industry and commerce. Amidst its concrete sprawl, one might not expect to find a sanctuary of feudal-era tranquility. Yet hidden here is the Tokugawa-en, the garden surrounding what was once the retirement villa of Tokugawa Mitsutomo. the second lord of the Owari domain, one of the three main branches of the ruling Tokugawa shogunate. Constructed in the mid-17th century, this villa and its extensive gardens served as a place of quiet reflection and refined pursuits for Lord Mitsutomo after he stepped down from his official duties. Unlike the imposing and strategically vital Nagoya castle, which stood as a symbol of Tokugawa power and authority, this villa was designed for a more personal, introspective existence. It was a space where the formalities of shogunal life could give way to the appreciation of nature and art. The garden, Tokugawa-en, is the true centerpiece and enduring legacy of this hidden retreat. It is a magnificent example of a Japanese kayushiki teien, or stroll garden, designed around a large central pond, the Rusenko. The pathways lead visitors on a carefully orchestrated journey, revealing a series of miniature landscapes meant to evoke famous natural scenes and sacred sites from across Japan and even China. This was a common practice, allowing the lord to symbolically travel and experience these revered places without leaving his own domain. One can imagine Tokugawa Mitsutomo, a man of immense power and influence, finding solace here. Perhaps he would feed the vibrant koi carp in the Rusenko pond, or contemplate the carefully arranged rock formations meant to symbolize mythical mountains or distant coastlines. The garden features a stunning waterfall, elegant bridges, and several charming tea houses, each positioned to offer a perfect view or a moment of quiet contemplation, fostering a deep connection with the carefully sculpted environment. Though the original villa buildings themselves have not all survived the ravages of time and war, the garden has been beautifully restored and expanded, preserving the spirit of Lord Mitsutomo's retreat. The adjacent Tokugawa Art Museum now houses the clan's priceless treasures. Tokugawa-in stands as a serene oasis, a testament to the fact that even those at the pinnacle of feudal power sought refuge and spiritual nourishment in the quiet beauty of a meticulously crafted natural world, a hidden haven of peace amidst the demands of a shogunal lineage. Chapter 11. Echoes of a Hidden Japan, A Journey's End. These forgotten palaces and secluded villas are far more than mere relics of a bygone era. They are portals to a Japan often untouched by the relentless passage of time, where every weathered stone, every smoothly sliding shoji door, and every meticulously raked patch of gravel holds a story. To walk their ancient paths, to sit on their verandas overlooking gardens cultivated centuries ago, is to feel a palpable connection to the past, to the very essence of a culture that values subtlety, harmony, and the profound beauty of the ephemeral. To walk their paths is to hear the echoes of emperors seeking solace from the burdens of state, shoguns contemplating strategy amidst serene landscapes, samurai balancing martial prowess with artistic refinement, and tea masters perfecting an art form that embodies tranquility itself. These individuals, whose names may or may not be widely known, shaped history in silence within these very walls and gardens, leaving behind a legacy of exquisite taste and profound philosophical depth that continues to resonate with those who seek it out. Would you like help planning a trip to these hidden wonders? Many of these remarkable sites require special reservations, have limited opening seasons, or are nestled in locations that demand a little more effort to reach, but the rewards are immeasurable. I'd be happy to guide you deeper into Japan's untold stories to help you uncover the quiet majesty that lies just beyond the familiar. The journey to these places is as much a part of the experience as the destinations themselves. So next time you journey to Japan, I invite you, dare to step beyond the familiar glow of the lanterns in Gion or the neon lights of Shinjuku. Seek out these hidden wonders, these quiet courtyards and secluded gardens. Let them reveal to you the soul of a nation that, despite its embrace of modernity, still keeps its most beautiful and profound secrets close, waiting patiently to be discovered by the discerning traveler.